Not all the turkeys were dinner today.
Local patrons of an organic restaurant substitute tofu turkey for the real thing, and that spared his life.
Replace all these meat products with natural things that don't harm your body and keep you fine or intelligence and so forth.
I could experience people expanding their consciousness, just changing the way they were simply by eating prasadam.
We have been doing this program for many years, and people appreciate our service. In a sense, the bakery is like a temple. By making offerings to the spiritual master, we feel unified with all the devotees here and everywhere.
So open restaurants in any part of any city and make nice delicacies. Let everyone be satisfied. The renunciation of work and work in devotion are both good for liberation. But of the two, work in devotional service is better than renunciation of work.
You're listening to 1480 KHQN in Spanish Fork, Utah. This is your headquarters for culture and consciousness. Let me remind one and all that tomorrow is our annual Festival of India. Last year's event drew 5,000 participants, and most of those will be back, I think, tomorrow with their friends. Scout leaders are sending their troops over here, parents are bringing their kids, teachers are referring their students. And I think the reason for this is that we don't threaten anyone. Our culture, since time immemorial, has not attempted to gain converts by criticizing or putting down another religion. We basically respect and accept all religions, but feel we have something to add.
This is the 17th year, and we know Srila Prabhupada is very pleased when he sees people having their lives transformed. Many people come, and as a result of going to a festival like this, they become vegetarian. If they're a Christian, Hindu, or Mormon, they become better at whatever they are by adopting some of the practices of Krishna consciousness into their life. We're very happy to see people's lives transformed.
Therefore, the doubts which have arisen in your heart out of ignorance should be slashed with the weapon of knowledge.
It was Prabhupada's idea from the very beginning that the Krishna consciousness movement belonged among the leadership of this world, that it had to be most respectable.
We can become a member of this graduate theological union. Then they can get a degree recognized by the state of California, so they can teach in universities all over the whole country.
That I want. Do it.
Yes.
The Graduate Theological Union in Berkeley is perhaps the most important graduate religious studies school in the western United States. Certainly it has the largest theological library in the western United States. We have many levels and kinds of joint programs with the University of California at Berkeley, which is one of the top universities in America, if not the world. Prabhupada always used to say that there are many great universities all over the world, but there's no department, there's no program to understand the soul.
The faculty the IVS will be bringing to the GTU as adjunct faculty in the coming year will include those who will be teaching introductory course in Sanskrit, a course in the Bhagavad Gita.
There will be a department to understand the soul. There will be a department to understand Krishna.
Thus, established in the mode of unalloyed goodness, a man whose mind has been enlivened by contact with devotional service to the Lord gains positive scientific knowledge of the personality of Godhead in the stage of liberation from all material association.
In 1984, I was given an assignment by the Bhaktivedanta Book Trust to work with Sadhaputta Prabhu, Richard Thompson, on a magazine that would present the basic Vedic perspective on different issues in modern science to a popular audience. For 8 years, I did considerable research into the entire history of archaeology. The book Forbidden Archaeology was my first venture into very heavy scientific research and writing.
In their book, Forbidden Archaeology, Michael Cremo and Dr. Richard Thompson uncovered numerous cases which suggest that modern man could be millions of years older than history tells us.
According to most standard accounts, human beings, like ourselves, have only been around 100,000 years or so. But the evidence that we catalog in Forbidden Archaeology takes human history back tens of millions, even hundreds of millions of years.
From the very beginning, we wanted the work that we did in Forbidden Archaeology to reach not only the scientific world, but also the general public. Therefore, we made an abridged edition of the book called The Hidden History of the Human Race.
The hidden history of the human race is something that is in direct opposition, I guess, to the Darwinian theory of evolution.
There was a lot of planning that went into that to make it happen, but that was all inspired by the desire of Srila Prabhupada, who wanted that to happen, and that is very satisfying to me.
A person who is constantly engaged in reading literature, enunciating the cultivation of Vaishnava devotional service, is always glorious in human society, and certainly Lord Krishna becomes pleased with him.
I was quite skeptical about my ability of doing devotional service because I was the first Chinese devotee. I was by myself, and seemingly